Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to part 10 of this Mustang Rescue rebuild. And on this episode I wanted to finish the whole car, and obviously the way it looks, I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I'm gonna do as much as possible on this episode, and hopefully we're gonna do some catching up and getting more stuff done than expected. Alright, so we finished all of the kill mat stuff on the inside. I got the link for this stuff in the description if you guys want to check it out. We finished all that stuff up. We finished the kill mat stuff in the trunk, and we temporarily installed all the panels on the back. And so now what I want to do is actually want to permanently install them. I'm going to realign everything, make sure everything's good, and have it permanently installed. I want to go ahead and reinstall the windshield and start installing the dash. Start working on the doors, installing some stuff, kill mat stuff, foam stuff on the doors. I also want to go ahead and weld in the roll bar finally, because before I couldn't do it because I didn't have the little screw fittings that go in here, little thread fittings that go into the holes. So we'll get those installed, and then we're going to start aligning the roll bar and do as much as possible on this episode, because on part 11 I want to get to the engine bay and start working on the rack and pinion and the brackets here, and then get the engine in. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this started. Let's go. Alright guys, and the back of the Mustang is finished. I got all the panels lined up. It's honestly the best I could do with how it was. I got these gaps to close up a little more. I think before it was like 2 fingers. This one I straightened out the best I could because I had to remove this panel quarter extension. And there's a bolt behind here that I had to cut off before, so I installed a new bolt in here. So that's good. So this is all lined up, honestly the best it could be. Same thing on the back here. I lined up this thing the best I could, installed weather stripping underneath the trunk, so now it's actually locked, and as you can see it's pretty much flat, and there's only so much I can move and adjust. And this side bumper also moved up. Now it's 1 finger. Sorry for flipping you off, but before it was 2 fingers. And it's also somewhat more leveled, whereas before it was just crooked, sitting all sideways. That's honestly the best it's gonna get. The bottom panel is screwed in, installed, secured. It was only holding on a couple screws, just like the tail panel right here. I'm still looking for backup lights to fit in here because the stock ones will not work, so I got to get something else to install in here. But that's all nice and good. Trunk realigned. The gaps are even on both sides, and on the back as well. The gaps on the back is straightened out and even, all the gaps, and I centered it, so now the paint lines, the racing stripes, are all nice and perfect. This is about the best it's gonna get. I closed it up because I did glue the weather stripping, so I'm gonna just close it up and let it sit, let it dry off. All right guys, and now let's get on the inside, start doing the roll bar, install it on the roof here, start painting the panels. I gotta paint the panels and let them dry while I'm working on the roll bar, and then we're gonna start installing the panels, carpet, seats, windshield, dashboard stuff, and the doors, and that should be it, right, for the back half of the car. And then we're gonna start working on the engine bay. So now let's go ahead and check out this wet tools or wet tools tool that I got from these guys, and this box I bought separate with a bunch of the fittings, and this tool actually came with a bunch of these. It's a pretty cool tool if you have a hole, for example, and you want to have a nut behind it with some thread, which is these guys right here. And let's say you got a bolt and you want that to screw in here. This is what you need, and this is the tool you need. There's different variations of these kind of tools, but I like this one because it's bigger and it's easier to work with. But these are the things that squish these rivets in place, and it comes with different sizes. It comes with the M6, M8, M10, and then you have a 1/4 inch, 5/16, and then 3/8. So we have what, 6, I believe 7 maybe. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert one of these rivets using this tool for the roll bar in my Mustang. Put this guy in place like that, and then we have a little pin that goes in here like so. Then we separate the arms, that extends the bolt, and we put this on there almost all the way. And so now we put this in a hole, and then we squeeze it, and it actually squishes this part right here and stays in the hole, and it's not going to go anywhere. It grabs around the hole so it doesn't move. And here I'm going to actually demonstrate it for you guys so you guys can see what it actually does. You squish it, and you can see that it compresses right here, and it squeezes between the metal, so now it doesn't go anywhere. And the only way to get it out is actually drill it out. Kind of like a rivet, but it has a thread inside. And then when you're done, remove this piece, and this is what we have, and that's what we have accomplished. And that's how he's done. Now we got thread for the roll bar. Alright guys, and I finally ended up painting all of the plastic panels on the inside. These are the side big panels. Get all of these, all of those. I have some more over there in the back. And I got this paint along with other parts that I'll be showing you guys in this video and next video from Kentucky Mustang. And they're a good, excellent, family-owned Mustang place. And that's where I'll be getting most of my Mustang parts from now on. I got the link to them down in the description. They also got an Instagram. So from now on we'll be getting all the parts from Mustang, from Kentucky Mustang. And this is the paint that I used. It's for 67 to 73 black charcoal paint. It's kind of has some metallic in it, and it looks a lot better, and it actually matches OEM type style paint. And I had to cut out holes for the roll bar right here, and also I used this kind of edge type of a rubber edge locker type of thing, and then I put that on the edges as well right here. So this part is going to go against the body, and this is going to go against the roll bar, and it's not going to rattle, it's not going to scratch the roll bar, and it's going to fit a lot better. So let's see how that fits. I'm going to maybe put the carpet down, and then we're gonna run some wires from the back in this area behind here, in here, for the trunk release. Let's go ahead and install these in, put the carpet in, and see how she sits. I was having a little hard time with the wiring, a little hard time with the dash, a little hard time with the windshields not going in, so it was taking a little bit longer. I was hoping to have the windshield in, dash installed, and maybe even doors put on, but I did realize that I actually have to clean up and paint this spot right here, and I can't put the doors on until that spot is nice and dry. So I'm gonna do that on part 11, and then I'm gonna get into the engine bay, and we're gonna deal with the brackets on the power steering. So yeah, it almost feels like it got worse before it got better, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We're pretty close. The interior panels are pretty easy to put on, honestly. And I also did get a kit of screws from Kentucky Mustang, so that I pretty much gonna have all the screws for the panels. All the panels gonna be screwed in instead of 1-2 screws. Gonna be actually screwed in properly with enough screws holding everything in place, not like before. Alright guys, that's going to conclude part 10, and a part 11 I should have everything on and ready and have her drop on the ground. So guys, thanks for watching. If you're new, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.